Hello, and a pleasure to have you here. The Nigerian military says it has dealt another announcing the killing of 6 suspected terrorists, the recovery of illegal firearms, and the successful repulsion of an attack on one of Nigeria's most important policy institutions, the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, widely known as NIPSS. But as the security forces celebrate another operational success, one question continues to trouble many Nigerians. Why do terrorists still appear capable of launching attacks despite sustained military offensive across the country? According to the Joint Task Force, Operation Enduring Peace, the latest operations were carried out through intelligence-driven mission targeting criminal hangouts across different parts of Plateau State. In a statement issued by the Task Force Media Information Officer, Captain Chinonso Polycarp Ote, the military said the operation formed part of the ongoing efforts to dismantle terrorist cells, destroy their camps, and deny criminal groups freedom of movement throughout the joint operations area. The first operation reportedly took place on June 26th, when troops of Sector 6 acted on credible intelligence, pointing to the presence of suspected terrorists around Gero High Grounds in Just South local government area. According to the military, security forces moved into the area after receiving reports of suspicious criminal activities linked to the armed groups. As troops approached the location, they reportedly came under heavy gunfire from the suspects, who allegedly used livestock as cover while during the exchange of fire in an apparent attempt to slow the military advance. The military said reinforcements were immediately deployed to support the operation. Faced with increasing pressure from advancing troops, the suspects reportedly abandoned their hideouts and attempted to escape the surrounding areas. Soldiers pursued the fleeing group, leading to the neutralization of several suspected terrorists, while others escaped with injuries. According to the military, follow-up operations remain underway to locate additional camps and dismantle any remaining criminal infrastructure operating within the area. In another operation conducted on the same day, troops of Sector 5 intercepted the motorcycle traveling from Kuba districts in Bokos local government area towards Mainkanji in Bakinladi local government area. According to the military, 2 passengers riding on the motorcycle suddenly abandoned a bag and fled into nearby bushes immediately after sighting approaching troops. Their suspicious behavior prompted soldiers to search the abandoned bag, leading to the discovery of 3 locally fabricated rifles believed to have been transported by the fleeing suspects. The motorcycle rider was immediately taken into custody for questioning. According to the military, the rider claimed he was merely providing transport services and denied any knowledge of the passenger's intention or the content of the bag. Security agencies are expected to continue investigation to determine whether the rider had any connection to do with the suspects or whether he was unknowingly used as part of the attempted weapons movement. Cases like this once again highlight the increasingly complex logistic networks that criminal groups sometimes rely upon to move personnel and weapons between communities. Another significant operation reportedly took place on June 30th, when troops acting on fresh intelligence launched an ambush against suspected terrorists gathering around the Rafumbana and Gero Mountains area in Just South local government area. According to the military, security forces successfully surprised the group before they could launch any planned operation. During this encounter, 5 suspected terrorists were killed, while others reportedly escaped into surrounding terrain with gunshot wounds coming under sustained military fire. The military also disclosed that preliminary battle damage assessments, supported by information obtained from local community members, suggest that some of those killed during the operation had been on the military's wanted list. According to the statements, The suspects were allegedly linked to the several deadly attacks previously carried out in Jos South and Basa local government areas. If confirmed, the operation will represent not only the tactical victory, but also the removal of individuals allegedly connected to repeated acts of violence within Plateau State. Perhaps the most sensitive aspect of the military briefings concerned the reported attack on the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, one of Nigeria's most respected institutions for policy research, leadership training, and national strategic planning. According to Operation Enduring Peace, suspected terrorists attacked the institution at approximately 11 p.m. on Wednesday night, after breaching the lower section of the perimeter fence under the cover of darkness. The military said troops stationed to protect the facility responded immediately once the attack began. According to the statements, security forces engaged the attackers in a firefight that resulted in the death of one suspected terrorist, while the remaining assailants reportedly fled the scene. The military confirmed that the body of the deceased suspect has since been handed over to the Nigerian police force for further investigation, while recovered weapons and ammunition remained in the military custody as evidence. The attempted attack has once again highlighted the importance of maintaining strong security and around critical national institutions. These operations demonstrate that intelligence gathering continues to play an increasingly important role in Nigeria's counter-terrorism strategy. Rather than waiting to respond after attacks occur, security forces appear to be placing greater emphasis on identifying terrorist movements, intercepting weapons, and disrupting criminal plans before they are fully executed. Such proactive operations have become a central part of military efforts to reduce the operational capacity of armed groups across several regions of the country. However, the latest developments also raise important questions about evolving security landscape. If security forces continue eliminating suspected terrorists and recovering illegal weapons, why do armed men still manage to organize attacks on communities and strategic locations? Are criminal networks recruiting faster than they are being dismantled? Or is the challenge no longer simply about armed confrontation, but about intelligence, local collaboration, and long-term prevention? These are difficult questions that remain central to Nigeria's security conversation. Operation Enduring Peace has reaffirmed its commitment to sustaining offensive operations against terrorist groups and other criminal elements operating within Plateau State. The military said it will continue working to protect lives and property, while denying criminal groups the freedom to establish operational bases anywhere within the joint operation area. For many Nigerians, however, success will ultimately be measured not only by the number of terrorists killed, but by whether communities can once again live without fear of attacks. Do you believe intelligence-driven military operations are making a significant difference in Nigerians' fight against terrorism? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this report informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth coverage of Nigeria's biggest security and political stories. I'm Chimezrim Okoro, and do have a blessed day.